Well, good morning, everybody. Um, let's see. Do I have this set up right? I may not. Hold on. Let's try it now. Good morning, everybody. Doing something a little different this morning. Um, haven't had a haven't had a stream here this week, but been doing a little bit of stuff as I've been having some time here during the week. So I wanted to get a quick little update menu of some of the things that we've been able to get done here over the course of the week, and then we'll probably jump into some live streams here on Friday afternoon and continue our playthrough. But bottom line is let's get these couple of trucks loaded here, and then we'll get down to the job site and show you where we're at. Okay. Hopefully everybody's week has gone well. Um, 4th of July, or Independence Day, um, is tomorrow. So if everybody's got time off to enjoy that. Um, heard something this week a couple times, and it kind of resonated with me a little bit. Um, a lot of people say holiday, 4th of July, celebrate stuff like this, and I know what they mean, and they don't they're not sidestepping, if you will, the actual name, if you will. But it is our Independence Day, and it's our 250th birthday as a country. So it's kind of a how do you say, kind of a big deal. So hopefully everybody's enjoying it, being safe. If you're using fireworks, hopefully you're being even more safer and enjoying time with family and friends, right? That's what it's all about. All right, so I had to restart here real quick, so I'm running a little behind this morning just because I'm not really sure. Every once in a while, I get a little bit of a glitch. This map is a beta, so I don't know if that kind of causes it once in a while. But, oops. Okay, so we're kind of down at the job site, and you can see we've started backfill. So I don't really know where we left off with our last video, but we've got this corner backfilled here for sure. We got this manhole put in, okay? And we can do this real quick, and you can kind of see that piping underground right there. See how it all came into play? And then we got a little bit of an extension, or a pup, if you will, sitting here, and that's going to extend out here towards the school across the street. So it's kind of there waiting. We'll redig that up at a later time and attach to that and go on. But you can see this piping that's in, piping that's way. Most everybody got to see that. And we backfilled this corner so that we could get the loader over here, and we loaded out a bunch of this dirt that was along this side, this bank over here. So I've basically dug all the way down this side here now, all the way to we went across where the ball field was. Here, hang on. Jump across the ditch. I don't know if, oh crap. Hate when that happens. I think we gotta go all the way down here to get out. There we go. Phew, that was close. Should have tried that. Let's go through here. But we dug across here. We've got our ditch ready. Now we sent notices out to these people here, and I don't know if these are just long-term parking or whatever, but these folks technically are kind of trapped in here right now until we get our project done. So, oh well, when you send stuff out and they don't respond, it is what it is. But what we did was we had dirt along this whole bank right here, and we got this backfill on this corner right here so that we could get the loader across, and then plus reestablishing this apparent walkway that the citizens of this town will not give up on. You know what I mean? What we've been doing, and you'll see the trucks arriving, is we start backfilling this end down here. So our plan for today is to backfill from here down to there, backfill all this in. But we are going to leave this open here. This is where we got to latch on to keep going down the street. Okay. So we'll probably, about where I'm standing, we'll probably backfill to this spot here, and then we'll just put some barricades around it, And then once we keep digging, and we get to the point where we're going to maybe interrupt this building or this business here, we'll get it backfilled enough that they can get across there, or we'll put a temporary um, bridge or something around. Um, the other thing I want to look at real quick here, let's look at it on the map thing here real quick. Okay, so here's what's happening is up here where my cursor's at here, top of the map, that's where the water treatment plant is, okay? And you can see we come down, and the only reason I started here, a lot of times you'll start the water treatment plant, you'll work yourself away. Main reason is we knew where this was going to go. We came down here and started working here so that everybody could be working up here and finishing up. We weren't in each other's way with the construction. We wanted to get started. So we got a crew going down here. So we dug this street here where all this equipment is, and we're dug down this street all the way to this white dot. Okay. So basically this team here now, once they're here, they're actually going to go across, they're going to make an open cut across the road here. Okay. Go down this side and then come around this water treatment plant and come into the pump area over here. And it'll be tied into where the pumps are. So we got a little bit to go. We're going to finish that up, get tied into the water treatment plant. And once that's done, that's when we come back down to this end here and add on to what we were doing on the streets. And what the plan is this big pipe, and we can go back to it and look at it. We're going to run that around the perimeter of the city, or this town, if you will, right? So we're going to come around here, okay? Probably come across the road here in some way and come down this road here, okay? And come back and then either tie into this or put a secondary run down here. If we make a secondary run, we probably will come to the edge of this last business here and cut behind the ball fields and come across and come into there. So that's probably what we'll do. So we got two, we gotta, in case there's ever an issue in the city, we can go both directions with the sewer, if that makes sense. So once the big pipe is ran all the way around, then that pipe that you've seen sitting on this truck here, see this pipe here? That pipe there is going to be put to all the heavy users. So if there's any big businesses along here, anything we deem that needs extra flow, whatever, then that pipe will be run from the big into each business. So we'll come and work every one of these businesses and run pipe into it. Okay. And then once we get down into this grid where these houses are and stuff here, we'll run the orange pipe off of the big one down each street. Okay, so orange goes off to go down the street for residential, and then from the orange we'll run green from there into each house. So all the tie-ins will be in green. So to say there's a little bit of work here and a little bit to do, it's probably an understatement. But like I said, it's a brand new water process treatment plant for the entire city. So we're going to sit here and make a series of this whole thing and just see where this thing goes and enjoy the ride, if that makes sense. But yeah, our first challenge right now is making this loop around the town and coming back up here again. So we got quite a bit of work to do. We'll just see where this all goes. Okay. Looks like some of the trucks are showing up here already. So basically the way we're backfilling this, it's there's not really a, lack of better words, an auto drive function, if you will, to do that. So what'll happen is I have them coming right to here and staging. See how there's nobody in them? Probably not one back there because it's still waiting to get up here. And then we come in, we back in here, and we start backfilling this stuff here, right? And so the plan is to get this backfilled all the way down to here, get this whole street filled in, and then we'll jump back out there on that main road out there and get that pipe put in the rest of the way. So that's kind of the plan. That's kind of the catch up, if you will. Hopefully everybody can get an idea what we got going on and what that all looks like. So let's get a little bit of this work going. What my plan is overall is got about an hour that I can sit and do this. I got to stop for about an hour, and then we'll probably go live this afternoon, and then we'll stream that live. But this is a little YouTube content only, kind of help everybody catch up. And then, like I said, look forward to this afternoon. We'll actually go live on the Purple app. How you like that? Live on the Purple app, and we'll see where that goes. Okay, there's that. There's this. There's that. It's similar to when we backfilled over at the water treatment plant. Remember when we backfilled over there? This is the same process, right? Trucks come in and they're backfilling with gravel. Stone, gravel, right? Oops. Where's the truck going? All right. Whoop. Hang on to her. So what we do then is we'll come right up here then and we click that auto drive and it'll take it back up there to get loaded. And then we'll run up there and load it real quick. So, like I said, hopefully everybody's enjoying the YouTube stuff. I'm kind of trying still maybe to kind of figure it all out. Maybe even some of the editing side stuff like that. But it's been a fun challenge to kind of dive into this a little bit. And I do like the video retention here. I think works pretty well. All right, let's pull up just a little bit. Hit that, hit this, hit that. So yeah, we're basically going to have all of our equipment staged here until we come back and we'll start working this loop, and then we'll kind of move it around as we see fit or need to. The shadows on this map are very strong, as you can tell. Just trying to check it and make sure we're not missing anything. Okay. The other part you can see is it takes a small army of vehicles and equipment to do these things. You know what I mean? I mean, this is about as realistic of stuff you probably have or would see on a typical job site like this, right? Now this truck here, it's only been being used to haul away the dirt from down there. That's the only thing we've been using it for. So it's just kind of sitting here. Put this together. This one of the RMC trucks. Oh boy. Oh boy. Did you see that wreck coming? Did you see that? Yeah, I'd have your hazards on too. Apparently, we're not going to have that truck sitting there. There goes my new truck, right? We'll leave him sit down here. All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna jump out of here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Click over here. Oops. Thinking about too many things at one time. Okay, get rid of those. We'll come down, latch onto those. Okay. All right. So that should get everybody moving. What I'm going to do for YouTube here, this is where we're going to go ahead and stop. Like I said, this was intended to be kind of a catch up for some of the work that we've done during the week. Oh, criminy. Some of the catch up here. And this will be on YouTube only. And I will see you this afternoon on the live stream over at the Purple app. God bless and see everybody soon.